Hey everyone, it's QuickyBaby and welcome back to World of Tanks, and today I want to talk about Wargaming's Grand Extravaganza competition, which we're about halfway through now with a week left to go. And if you've watched my MTLS video, you'll know all about this event and how I thought it was actually excellent that you would be able to get a nice collectible vehicle just for playing World of Tanks for the first couple of weeks after 1.0 was released, for pretty much just playing casually. And to get stamps, you would have to just finish in the top 10 of experience either on the winning team or on the losing team, and if it was the first map of a new day, then you got 2 stamps, and if it was a repeat map, then you would get 1 stamp. Now, when you combine this with the fact that you were getting increased experience in these games and also 10,000 credits, this has been a real nice little bonus, and if you play 30 games over an evening, that's 300,000 credits. And furthermore, depending on how much your region plays, you can unlock bonuses that you will receive at the end of the event. And if we manage to get 55 million stamps, collectively together, I guess we're going to be unlocking double experience for all wins the whole weekend after the event ends. So far so good, right? It just sounds like a lovely event to celebrate 1.0 and obviously to encourage people to return to the game or just play World of Tanks a little bit more. But there is one part of this event which is causing quite a lot of controversy, and that is the Intel Trophy Leaderboard, which rewards the person who gets the most stamps over this 2-week period with an Alienware 17 laptop that Wargaming is stating is going to cost over $3,000. But in addition to this, and I guess why this is the Intel Trophy Leaderboard, the people who place second to 251st will get an Intel Core i7 processor, which I'd say is going to cost anywhere up to about $350 depending on which i7 they decide to give you. And these sound like some really good and worthwhile prizes, but what has been going wrong? Well, when we look at the leaderboard so far, we see that the player who's currently in first place has 4,620 stamps. And to put it into perspective, I play World of Tanks quite a lot, and I've only managed to get myself 268 stamps. Now, this contest has been active since the 23rd of March, so 8 days today, which means that this gentleman who's currently in first place has managed to earn himself 577 stamps per day. Now, how many games of World of Tanks would you have to play to get 577 stamps per day? Well, let's think. There's probably about 30 to 40 unique maps in World of Tanks that you can get doubles on, and then after that you're only getting 1 stamp when you finish in the top 10 of experience. And so that most likely means, even if we include that there are 40 unique maps in the game, that the guy has played 537 games of World of Tanks per day. Now, let's imagine somehow that this guy doesn't need any sleep whatsoever. So there are 24 hours in the day and there are 60 minutes in each hour. When we divide the total number of minutes in the day by the total number of games that this player has played, each of his games is only lasting for, on average, 2 minutes and 40 seconds long. This player is getting a stamp every 2 minutes and 40 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. And that's if this player has been playing 24 hours every day for the last 8 days. So immediately I would argue that there's something fishy going on here, or either the people are at the top are sharing accounts, or they're using some kind of bot program to keep playing while they're sleeping. So evidently the strategy that the top players are using to be able to win these prizes are to play low tier tanks, go in as recklessly as possible, maybe do a little bit of damage or pick up a kill, and then have a chance to finish in the top 10 of experience. It doesn't matter whether you win or you lose. Just complete and utter YOLO suicide scouts, or people who are just willing to drive at you like a reckless moron at the start of the game. And how annoying is it when players play like that? So to delve a little deeper into the kind of tanks that the top players are playing, I took a look at their statistics. And oh, there we go. Yeah, PZ1C and M2 light tank at tier 2 and tier 3. Now 1,200 battles and 1,118 battles, with not exactly a terrible win percentage, but not a great one either. Now, what's incredibly frustrating is if I scroll down here, you can actually see that this player has some high tier tanks like a T71, an IS3, or even an IS. And look at the win ratio on these tanks. 66% wins, 58% wins, 64% wins in the T71. Clearly a very skilled, good player that when they play sensibly are able to have a very positive impact in the game and probably show players how the game should be played, right? And now because of this competition, the player has thrown all sense and reason out of the window, absolutely trashed their win ratio, and as we can see here, this was, there you go, the 23rd of March, and all of their statistics are in free fall right now. But they're probably not going to care because as it stands, they're going to win a $3,000 $1,000 laptop. And so having delved deeper into how players are playing to win this competition, it just makes this whole thing look like an absolute farce. The fact that good players are being encouraged to play 24 hours a day and play like idiots to have a chance of winning a prize that anybody would want to get their hands on. But my real problem with this competition is the impact that it's having at low tiers. World of Tanks 1.0 is out and Wargaming have been heavily advertising their game to the wider world. And I should expect we're seeing more new players and returning players coming back to the game than we've seen in years. And imagine what all of those players think about the game when they're playing in low tiers and seeing lots of experienced players on their own team just suiciding at the start of the battle and everybody just driving around in a mad rush, not even trying to show them how the game is meant to be played to kind of enjoy it a little bit more, right? And I would strongly question the thought process that went into this part of the event. Now, as I've mentioned, I'd like to highlight that I think the way that they've given us all the MTLS just for playing casually is fantastic, Wargaming. I think these stamps and the in-game credits and experience that we've been getting has made it even more rewarding to play World of Tanks, and with 1.0 release, I've been enjoying this game the most that I have done for a long time. I think also this idea of the regions clubbing together to play the game to enjoy rewards at the end of it is also really cool. But you really missed the mark when it came to this Intel Trophy leaderboard. And I hope that when Wargaming create competitions in the future, especially ones that have such great prizes that anyone would want to get their hands on, that they think about, firstly, not wrecking the low tiers at the most important time in years and years for the low tiers to be a real healthy environment to try and encourage players to continue playing this game that you've advertised to. And secondly, whether it's responsible to try and either encourage players to play 24 hours a day or share their accounts, as clearly this top player has been playing. And thirdly, whether you should try and encourage players to play the game worse while damaging the low tiers just to have a chance at winning a prize. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I know there wasn't any gameplay in the video today, but I really felt, considering we're at the halfway point of this competition, that I needed to address these fundamental flaws in how this part of the extravaganza has been run. And I'm interested to know what you all have to say in the comments. Do you feel like I've really missed the mark here? Have I made any mistakes in my calculations? And if you could go back, how would you change the task, or perhaps how players earned the stamps to try and make a fairer, more sustainable competition for all? Anyway, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you so much for watching. You've been epic, and hopefully I'll see you soon.